Alright boys, it's Sunday and I am battling with the decision to bring this to a shop and let somebody do the actual transmission swap. I can't bring myself to trust anybody. Anyway, I should probably start cutting this rug out to get this this in here. I've never done this before. I've always just mounted the the 5-speed plate with the rubber thing right to the hump and just called it a day, but I mean, this wasn't available back when I did my last swap. So I'm trying to make sure I don't cut my rug beyond where the center console is going to go, which it's very close right there on this side. I think I got it. I know it might not look like it right now, but I grabbed the camera because you'll see when you cut this back, if you ever do it, it's in sections, almost like it was prepped already for a 5-speed option. You know what I mean? They sectioned it. So I had to take that bracket out just so I could really cut and get down in there. And I plan to buy a rivet gun. It came with rivets. I plan to buy a rivet gun, drill the holes, and rivet them in. And I was going to do this all after the fact. I plan to bring it to drive it to the shop with this on it. And I told the dude, when you take this out, you're probably just going to have to snip here and here and bend it back a little bit just to get the shifter up in there, and then just leave it. I'll drive it home with it all open and exposed. I don't care. I don't want him messing with any of this stuff. I'd rather do it myself and make sure it's done right. So that's that right now. That's where I'm at with it. And yeah, as you can see, I just did my best to kind of cut away without tearing my whole rug out or having any seams that cuts that go down into the side, because this rug's in good shape. I really don't want to get rid of it right now. I kind of wanted to go with a black rug at some point, but not right now. This, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to fix it, to be honest with you. When I initially, that looks like glue. When I initially looked at it, I was like, oh, I can just paint over that, but I'll have to paint this whole section with it in the car, So as much as I really don't like those crazy gauge pods, I may just do one of those gauge pods that runs from here to here and has the angled gauges, because I think that will, that'll hide all that, because that'll drive me nuts. I wanted to replace this dash pad as well because it's got a bunch of creases in it and it's like really beat up from the sun. We'll see. Obviously there's some discoloration there. I don't know. I did buy the 2 SEM paints for it, the colors, the proper colors for the titanium interior. And I recently just made a really big purchase. LMR will be delivering to my office in a couple days. Managed to get that grommet in that they sell with the speedometer cable. Firewall adapter and clutch cable you guys already seen. This is something I'm pissed about. Even though it's zip tied underneath there, this speedometer cable right here, the thin one, is already mounted using the stock mounting bracket down there, and it crosses over the clutch cable, which I wish I didn't do, but a little close to the header. I'll find something to put in there for now. With my last one, once I had it mounted up to the transmission down below, I grabbed that and bent it this way to kind of pull it away from it, and I put some insulation on it, and I had a ton of problems with it, so honestly that never cured anything. Oh, and I was missing the light, and I managed to put one of those LEDs that works for the gauge kit in there, so that's good. I just fired it up for the first time. The only thing, I have the clutch cable and the new speedometer cable underneath the car, zip tied up and out of the way. This is what was left of the old speedometer cable. The 2 harnesses up underneath there that plug into the neutral, whatever you want to call it, clutch safety switch deal. There's 2 harnesses. That one of them's got a jumper on it, the other one doesn't. It's clear. I zip tied them with a blue and green zip tie so that when the transmission shop is done doing what they're doing and I come to pick it up, I can plug those 2 in, because I'm not going to ask them to do it. It's a pain in the ass to get up underneath there. I'm going to leave the center console out because I still have to deal with that center console situation to see if I can get as much work as I can done before I give it to them. But like I said, I just fired it up. The gauges work great with those new LEDs. What a difference. Good looking out to brutal for that one. I'm going to take this thing for a ride because I have to drive it to the transmission shop and I need to know that it's going to make it there. The low oil cooler sensor is zip tied up and out of the way underneath, and the bolt plug rather is in place of it, the one that LMR sold me. And it doesn't appear to be leaking. I just filled it up with just under 5 quarts. It had like no oil in it. I mean, that low oil sensor was leaking so bad. I wish I could show it to you, but like I said, it's zip tied up on another car, and unfortunately the wire harness for it is tied in with the O2 sensors, so I'd have to clip the wire, and I didn't want to do that right now. So yeah, there was basically no oil in it, and it's black. So it's got some fresh O'Reillys in there, baby. That good stuff. All right, boys, we're taking it for a first run. Make sure she's gonna make it to the transmission shop in one piece. And that's her. Wish me luck. Guys, I forgot how much I miss driving a Foxbody. I've been driving that Pathfinder out there for 8 years now. No, not 8 years, maybe 7, 6. I don't know, it feels like forever. But put it this way, when I got in this thing today and took it up the street, I felt so low to the ground. It was ridiculous, man. I felt like, oh my God, I don't even know if I can get used to this. But of course, within a matter of minutes, I was shit-eating grin and ready to take this thing on a trip to friggin' Miami. But I just took it for a quick whip, stopped at McDonald's, grabbed something to eat because I hadn't eaten all day, and she ran good, man. This car runs good. It feels good. The tranny like shifts really hard, but I guess the dude's got some kind of shift kit in it, or the dude that owned the car put some kind of shift kit in it, and a manual valve body. So it like, you know what I mean? It like hits, dude. And I didn't get on the car, so honestly, I don't know how it feels when you really nail it, but yeah, it's all back together. Everything's good, man. I'm happy. I'm gonna bring it to the transmission shop. The TKX is waiting right there. The rest of the parts are in the trunk, aside from the bell housing, the clutch fork, clutch, and flywheel over there on the bench. And we are, hopefully it'll be done next week. Actually, I shouldn't say that because of Thanksgiving. So yeah, I totally forgot about Thanksgiving. It's probably gonna set me back a little bit, but we'll see. You know, we'll see how it goes. But I'm definitely excited, man. That felt good. It's so good to be back in the saddle. We are close. Pilot bearings in. New rear main seals in. AOD's out, as you can see. Finally had a chance to take a look at this car underneath. From this view, anyway. I thought these were Flowmasters. They're definitely not. They're just some generic shit, I think. Somebody painted them. They've been cut up and welded. This one was touching the frame, so that was causing a real bad drone inside the car. But yeah, this is the big day, man. I finally found a Mustang guy that is a complete mechanic, and the TKX is going in. Hopefully it goes without a hitch. He feels confident that I got everything I need, and so far so good. I think I do too. Just taking these training lines out right now. I finally got the gasket, so I can replace that nut that I put in there for the time being until I got the gasket. So that's gonna get replaced, and hopefully this one doesn't leak. We'll be good to go. And I hope we can do something with my exhaust today to get it tucked up out of the way a little bit better. It was hanging a little bit low for my liking. So stay tuned. Hopefully it's going to be a 5-speed today. Today's Saturday the 15th of January. Alright boys, you can see we made it happen. I ended up finding a local used car dealership that had a few Foxbodies for sale, and they happened to have an on-site mechanic. He allowed me to use, I paid him to get it done, but he allowed me to do it with him.
So I ended up spending a lot less than I wanted to and got to do it, the way I wanted to. Drove her home that night. All was good after a few clutch adjustments and a few issues with the transmission not sitting at the right angle. As you can probably see, I used a stock cross member. Some of the parts I use, but more importantly, we'll get into some of that stuff later because I did end up having some issues. But I was able to drive it home, shifting gears, so that's all that matters. And in the end, I think it cost me like $5,000 for everything altogether.